We got the media team in here. We're the media
team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
The judge turned in the transcripts from the judge's chambers, which first hearing they was accusing them of. They had another secret hearing where they accused not only Thug, but said his defense attorneys is part of the YSL criminal organization. The judge was conspiring against the defense attorney, saying they the suspects too. This is bad work.
In the block.
Wack 100 reacts to Young Thug's defense attorney allegedly being criminally involved in the YSL case. You can't make this up. Want to thank Wack 100, the whole 100 side, spin the block, run the content.
Spin the block.
Yo, did they have another YSL court proceeding? Yeah, I see somebody stay on top of that. I said on the internet. Where it ain't looking too good. Here it go right here. Here it go right here. The judge was conspiring against the defense attorney, saying they the suspects too. This is bad work. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I hear they denied his bond, right?
Yep, I heard that.
Under what grounds? What they say? Same grounds? We got audio. Let's get somebody to play that. I hear, boy. Oh no.
When the court finally acknowledged that there was an ex parte meeting that occurred on Monday, June 10th, at no point did the court or the state at that point acknowledge, oh, by the way, there was another ex parte meeting that occurred on June 7th. We sat there after finding out about one ex parte meeting and having to drag the truth out. We sat there and the state and their co-conspirator, the trial court, were silent about the first ex parte meeting that happened on June 7th. What happened in that meeting on June 7th? The state went in and disparaged defense counsel. The state, with no one else there, trashed a fellow member of the bar, Mr. Melnick, trashed another fellow member of the bar, Caleb Bumpus, presumed the guilt of all these individuals, including my client, Shannon Stillwell, and all but accused. At no point, when the court finally acknowledged that there was an ex parte meeting that occurred on Monday, June 10th, at no point did the court or the state at that point acknowledge, oh, by the way, there was another ex parte meeting that occurred on June 7th. Myself and Mr. Steele of being co-conspirators in this YSL enterprise. And the judge agreed. And the judge said in this ex parte meeting, yes, I've observed these things. The judge presumed the guilt of all the defendants. The judge presumed the guilt of myself and co-counsel, Mr. Steele. And all this, people have been saying to me throughout this whole trial, why does Judge Glanville have it out for you? And it never made sense. And I don't assume bad motives of anyone. Why did Judge Glanville, when you did nothing wrong, try to throw you in jail? Accuse you of cussing him out in open court when you didn't do anything? Why does he always tell you, yell at you, tell you to sit down and be quiet? Why does he cut you off at every opportunity? Why did he try to throw Brian Steele in jail for 20 days for doing what was right? And I didn't have an answer. And then yesterday I received, and I appreciate that, Judge. I appreciate someone finally being open about what's going on here. And I received a transcript. And in that transcript, the trial judge, myself and Mr. Steele of being co-conspirators in this YSL, who's not only assuming the guilt of my client, but is assuming the guilt of me and my friend Mr. Steele. This is gross. This is disgusting. But it's all starting to make sense. It clicked when I read that transcript last night. This is not okay. Nothing about this is okay. These gentlemen have a right to a fair and impartial judge. And I appreciate the fact that you are going to be a fair and impartial judge. But the reality, Judge, is that they don't have a right to a fair and impartial judge starting on witness 76 of a trial after 9 months or whatever it is. They have the right to a fair and impartial judge from the beginning. And this is absolutely gross and disgusting. And the bottom line is there's a lot more discussions that need to be had about this. But the bottom line is, if you ask me, do we need to revisit the rulings of the judge who sits in chambers secretly and talks to the other side and says, yes, I've been observing this. I've been observing this about what's going on in the trial. Who's not only assuming the guilt of my client, but is assuming the guilt of me and my friend, Mr. Steele. This is gross. This is disgusting. But it's all starting to make sense. It clicked when I read that transcript last night. The judge that says, not only I'm going to meet with you on Friday and on Monday, but if we need to talk during the weekend, yeah, we can do that. The judge that suggests handing Mr. Copeland a list of questions. Do we need to revisit those rulings? Absolutely, we need to revisit those rulings. We need to revisit everything. This is broken, and it's not okay. It's not okay. It's offensive, and it's not your fault, Judge. You didn't do this. I'm not trying to raise my voice at you. I'm heated right now.
I can tell.
My steam's been coming off my bald head all night. Nothing about this is okay. Yes, we need to revisit everything. That's my stance.
Okay, thank you. And I think that I understand you being upset, and I understand why you and probably some of your fellow defense counsel on this side of the room are upset.
The judge that says, not only I'm going to meet with you on Friday and on Monday, but if we need to talk during the weekend, yeah, we can do that. The judge that suggests handing Mr. Copeland a list of questions. Do we need to revisit those rulings? Absolutely, we need to revisit those rulings. We need to revisit everything. This is broken, and it's not okay. It's not okay.
I'd also like to thank Your Honor for the reminder regarding professionalism. I was going to ask that the court require that we all adhere to that. Being called co-conspirators is not something that I would expect to have heard, no more than I would expect to level an assertion that Mr. Sharp is a defendant. So I'd ask that that all sides be required to adhere to the court's admonition.
Okay, well, again, the transcript will reflect what was actually said in there, and there are some allegations that if I were an attorney and it were leveled against me, I mean, I am an attorney, but you know what I mean, practicing in a case, I would be a little hot under the collar as well. Y'all had potentially legitimate concerns. I don't honestly at this point right now need to rehash all of that.
I'd also like to thank Your Honor for the reminder regarding professionalism.
Hey, bro, that's bad work.
God.
Work on thug side. Nigga, that nigga is saying the judge turned in the transcripts from the judge's chambers, which first hearing they was accusing him of. They had another secret hearing where they accused not only Thug, but said his deepest attorneys is part of the YSL criminal organization and already finding him guilty, which meant all the rulings you gave on the other 77 witnesses, we can't stand behind them. The jury heard this because you're saying my client is not already guilty, but you're saying his deepest attorneys, is part of his criminal organization. We need all this to be heard. This shit ugly.
It ugly as
That lawyer is good as
Wack, like he used to
he's
say.
a great lawyer.
Wack, like he used to say, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you remember I just said it? Uh-oh. Listen, the fact that that lady gave all up is crazy.
She gave everything up, Wack.
Yeah, this is right here. I ain't never seen no like this.
This shit is crazy, right?
I'm glad it came out because this is a damn near mistrial at this point. 9 months. They're on juror 79. Like, yeah, that's out of pocket right there. It's damn near a mistrial at this point.
Uh-oh.
Do y'all think it's gonna be a mistrial?
It's been a mistrial.
They have to that everything's tainted. Everything's tainted right now as far as what's been going on. So they gonna have to.
He overruled so much. Why he said it makes sense. Yeah, all that overruled, and barely say anything to the state. Yeah.
I don't think we ever heard of him trying to accuse the attorneys being part of the damn organization.
And locking him up. All this could have been prevented had you invited him to the ex parte. They would have got your dusty ass way, and that would have been because they was already looking at Thug like he guilty. They wasn't giving him a fair trial, pretty much is what we're hearing. Well, we've already been knowing. They spending all this money for representation. I just posted that in the chat. And, oh my God, they got to go through it all again.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, if you know, a couple weeks ago, they requested the removal of the judge, Glanville, from the case due to a controversial ex parte meeting that occurred in June. Now, this meeting involved Judge Glanville, prosecutors, and a witness without the presence of the defense. You cannot do that. Now, the defense attorney, Brian Steele, argued that this meeting compromised the judge to be impartial. Now, they denied Thug's bond. Then the lawyers also accused the judge of misconduct. Now, the case, which has already been delayed multiple times, will remain on hold until the new judge reviews the motions related issues. So the second meeting revealed some key developments. The specifics of these revelations depend on the latest court proceedings, testimonies, and evidence presented by both the prosecution and defense. Young Thug has been facing serious legal challenges, including charges related to gang activity and RICO violations. And they also rejected consideration of another bond request from Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele. So it's being revealed that there was a second ex parte meeting in the YSL Young Thug trial. The other ex parte meeting occurred earlier on June 7th than the first one that was known to happen on June 10th. So it came about from one of the lawyers, one of the other YSL defendants who filed Wednesday in the motion for mistrial. They learned Monday of the additional ex parte meeting when they were given a transcript of it. Let me know what you think about this content in the comments. You think this is going to be a mistrial? Do you think Young Thug is going to beat this case? Do you think the judge is guilty? Do you think Brian Steele is a part of a criminal organization? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I drop new content. Follow the media team, Clubhouse TV, Clubhouse Shenanigans, Ray Give TV, and the Ruminati Network. As usual, certainly appreciate you checking out Clubhouse TV, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.